Have you ever noticed that out of nowhere, your life starts to fall apart? Everything seemed fine. And suddenly, financial problems arise, pointless arguments break out, and an overwhelming exhaustion sets in that just won't go away. It feels like something invisible is draining your energy. What if I told you this might not be just a coincidence? The truth is, there is a force that influences everything around you, your health, your relationships, and even your success. But almost no one talks about it. Even worse, some people know exactly how this energy works, and whether consciously or unconsciously might be working against you. Now, here, we don't talk about fear, we talk about solutions. And the best part, there is a simple, natural, and incredibly effective way to block any negative energy before it reaches you. An invisible shield that not only prevents envy and harmful energy from touching you, but also neutralizes any negative influence around you. And everything you need is already within your reach. Want to learn how to protect yourself once and for all? Then stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover today might completely transform your energy and your life. The key to protection, the power of grains. People often underestimate the power of simple things, but the truth is that nature has already given us everything we need to protect ourselves. Imagine carrying a true invisible shield in your pocket, something that not only blocks negative energy, but also prevents any negativity from sticking to you. 2 grains, in particular, hold this ancient protective power: buckwheat and rice. Together, they form an impenetrable barrier against envy, the evil eye, and any negative energy sent your way. Buckwheat acts as an energy invisibility cloak. When you carry it with you, it's as if bad intentions simply can't find you. You know that feeling when suddenly you seem to go off the radar of jealous people? That's exactly what it does. Meanwhile, rice works as a filter, absorbing any lingering negative energy that might still try to reach you. It's like a sponge soaking up the dirt before it can touch you, keeping your energy field clean and balanced. Now, imagine the power of these 2 allies combined. On one hand, you become invisible to negativity. On the other, anything harmful that tries to approach is neutralized before it can affect you. It's like a natural security system that most people ignore, yet has been used by ancient cultures for centuries. Now that you understand this key to protection, the next step is learning how to activate it correctly. How to use this protective amulet. Having a protective amulet is great, but if you don't activate it properly, it's just a handful of grains. To turn it into a true energy shield, you need to perform a simple activation ritual. Take a handful of buckwheat and rice, hold them firmly in your hands, and focus on your intention for protection. While doing this, mentally or softly repeat, "What was sent to me will return to them. What was wished upon me will come back twice as strong." This small action transforms the grains into invisible guardians, ready to filter and return any negative energy. Once activated, you must know how to carry this shield. The left side of the body is the most receptive to external energies, so ideally keep the grains in your left pocket. If you prefer, you can place them in a small pouch inside your bag or wallet. This practice is especially useful in situations with a high flow of negative energy, such as tense meetings, visits to heavy environments, or encounters with envious people. The closer they are to your body, the more effective their protection will be. But pay attention. Just like a filter needs to be changed to keep working, these grains also need to be renewed every 7 days. Discard them symbolically throw them into running water or bury them in the earth, so all the absorbed energy is neutralized. Then, repeat the activation process with fresh grains. This simple habit keeps your energy consistently shielded. But what if the problem isn't just with you, but also in the place where you live? How to know if your home is contaminated with negative energy? Sometimes the problem isn't within us. Sometimes it's the environment around us that carries dense energy like an invisible weight that makes everything more difficult. Have you ever walked into a place and immediately felt discomfort for no apparent reason? Or noticed that since moving into a new home, things just haven't been flowing smoothly? This could be a sign of accumulated negative energy in the space. And the worst part, if nothing is done, this energy can affect your health, your finances, and even your relationships. The signs of a heavy environment are unmistakable. If the atmosphere feels dense, if arguments arise out of nowhere, if appliances break down inexplicably, or if you feel unexplained exhaustion inside your own home, it's time to act. This negative energy could come from loaded visitors, past events that left invisible marks, or even thoughts and emotions projected into the space. The place where you live should be a sanctuary of peace, not an energetic battlefield. Luckily, there are ways to identify and eliminate this contamination before it causes greater harm. Simple tests, like observing how animals behave in the house or lighting a candle and watching how the flame reacts, can reveal a lot about the space's energy. But to truly clear out this negativity and restore balance, you need to perform a deep energy cleansing. And the secret to this lies in the 4 elements of nature. How to perform a complete energy cleansing. Every home accumulates energy, just like it accumulates dust. If you don't clean regularly, the dirt spreads and starts affecting everything around you. Energy is no different. To restore balance in your home, it's essential to harness the 4 elements of nature: fire, air, water, and earth. Each of these elements plays a specific role in purification, and when used together, they create a powerful protective shield. The key is knowing how to apply each one correctly, so your space not only feels clean but also maintains a high vibration. Fire, represented by a candle, reveals the energetic state of a space. Light a white candle and walk through the rooms, observing the flame. If it burns steadily and brightly, the energy is flowing well. If it flickers excessively or produces dark smoke, there is negativity present. Air works through smudging with herbs such as rosemary, rue, or sage. The smoke penetrates corners and dissolves any stagnant energy, clearing the way for renewal. Ever felt that instant relief after burning incense? That's not a coincidence. But it doesn't stop there. Water, when mixed with coarse salt, creates a protective barrier against external influences, wiping down door and window frames. With this, mixture prevents new negative energies from entering. Finally, earth, represented by rice, acts as a magnet, absorbing any lingering negativity. Place a small bowl of rice in the center of your home for 24 hours, then discard it far from your house. Now that you know how to cleanse your environment, it's time to learn how to protect yourself from people who constantly bring negative energy into your life. How to deal with negative and envious people. Some people seem to exist just to spread negative energy. Have you ever noticed that after talking to certain individuals, you feel completely drained, as if they've sucked the life out of you? This happens because envy and negativity are real forces that can attach themselves to those who don't know how to protect themselves. But instead of running away from these people, the best solution is to neutralize their impact. And believe it or not, there is a simple and effective way to do this without unnecessary confrontations or emotional exhaustion. The first step is to send back any bad energy to its source without it affecting you. Take a handful of buckwheat and rice, hold them tightly, and say mentally, "Everything sent to me returns to them. Nothing reaches me." This small gesture creates a natural energy shield against any negative force. Additionally, carrying these grains in your left pocket strengthens this protection, preventing external influences from draining your vitality. Think of it as an invisible force field that bounces negativity right back to where it came from without you lifting a finger. And what if these people visit your home? Simple. Before they leave, sprinkle some coarse salt on the floor, and after they're gone, sweep it out of your house. This cuts off any lingering energy traces they may have left behind. Another powerful strategy is to keep a bowl of rice near the entrance. It will absorb negativity before it spreads inside your home. And pay attention often when people start feeling their own negative energy reflecting back at them. They simply disappear from your life. But be careful, the biggest mistake you can make is giving these influences more power than they actually have. The biggest mistake that can leave you vulnerable. Believe it or not, the biggest mistake someone can make is giving power to the enemy without realizing it. When you worry too much about envy, energy attacks, and negativity, you are unknowingly connecting yourself to those very forces. Fear creates cracks in your energy field, and focusing too much on negativity makes it stronger in your life. It's like feeding a hidden monster that grows the more you fixate on it. So, what's the real secret to becoming immune? Stop reacting and simply live your life without fear. Think about it. What happens when you ignore a provocation? The person trying to get a reaction from you gets frustrated and gives up. Negative energy works the same way. The less importance you give to these attacks, the less power they have over you. Of course, grains, rituals, and protections help immensely, but nothing will be truly effective if, deep down, you continue believing that you are vulnerable. Energy only has power over you if you allow it. So, if you truly want to shield yourself, stop giving negativity an audience. Focus on your life, your goals, and what truly matters. The higher your vibration, the harder it becomes for any harmful influence to reach you. In the end, the real energy shield isn't just in grains or rituals, it's in your mindset. Now that you know how to block negativity and envy, the next step is understanding how to turn this knowledge into a daily habit. Final thoughts: building a daily energy shield. Protecting yourself from negative energy isn't complicated, it's simply a daily habit. Small actions like carrying the right grains, keeping your home energetically clean, and avoiding fear-based thoughts make all the difference. Most people live in constant vulnerability because they don't know that simple and natural methods can keep them safe. But now that you have this knowledge, what will you do with it? Will you ignore it and stay exposed? Or will you start applying these practices in your daily life? Think about all the times you felt drained for no reason, faced unexpected problems, or sensed jealous people around you. Now, you know you don't have to accept this as normal. With easy and accessible methods, anyone can transform their energy and become immune to negative influences. But ask yourself, are you really ready to change? Because knowledge without action is useless. If you want to activate your energy protection, right now, comment below, "I am protected. Negativity does not touch me." This is the first step to transforming your energy and attracting only what is meant for you. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep learning with us, because what you discovered today, it's just the beginning.